Hey, what's going on YouTube? Modern Craft here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Minty Fresh, which is a part of the Saucony Cavity Pack, which was released in mid-July. The other part of the pack is the Black Raz, which is a raspberry and black color, but I only was interested in picking up the Minty Fresh. I already have two authentic shoes that basically look very similar in that color, so I didn't want like a third shoe in that particular colorway. But this particular colorway is like absolutely fire. Any brand that usually does a shoe, or whether it's a general release or a collab with any type of minty color in it, sells out almost immediately. These guys, by the way, were a general release, but the way they sold out on the day they were released, you would not have guessed that. I mean, these sold out faster than some collabs sell out. I mean, absolutely ridiculous, but it is what it is. A lot of people call them Saucony. They went on their Facebook page, Twitter. They were very unhappy about the numbers, but these were produced in limited numbers. And yeah, they just sold out extremely fast. So I struck out on Saucony.com. Then every other boutique that got them and I tried to cop from, I basically struck out there as well. So these came from eBay.com for a pretty fair price in my opinion. These released retail for $80. I paid $129.99 for mine, shipped to my door. So not really complaining about it. Again, not the worst reseller price I've ever paid by far. So it is what it is. But let me just give you guys a quick 360 of the shoe. Then I'm going to basically just walk through a couple of the materials, give you some of my thoughts. I'm not going to try to make this video too long, but again, it's just a quick 360. The majority of the shoe, guys, the theme, you can go look this up on Saucony, is based off of dentistry and toothpaste products, you know, healthcare. So, you know, you have this nice white, the minty colors, the blue here. Again, if you take care of your pearly whites, you're familiar with Crest, Colgate, you know, they're tubes of toothpaste. This brand really, I mean, sorry, this brand, this shoe, the color blocking on the trainer just really screams to me like, you know, toothpaste, dentistry. But one of my only I guess I don't want to say gripes with the shoe. Yeah, I guess actually there's a bit of a gripe, but the shoe, I am holding an $80 shoe. So what do you expect for $80? You get what you pay for. There's really nothing more to add to that. The majority of the shoe, guys, uses this synthetic type of suede material, and it just feels like really cheap to me. I'm not the first person to have said that, and I'm sure I won't be the last. But I've gotten or reviewed some in this comparisons of some replicas versus authentic shoes, where the replicas, guys, have actually had better materials than this. So that, you know, is a bit of a bummer, but again, it is what it is. It's an $80 shoe. I do love the majority of the shoe. I don't have any other complaints. It's like one other thing I'm going to point out to you, but again, 100% authentic retail shoe. It is what it is. Saucony shoes are cheap in general, and to make this shoe $80, they went for really cheap material here. This material in the front, guys, is like a nylon mesh material. Now, for whatever reason, I guess because of the color, maybe the theme of the shoe, I think psychologically it's like basically screaming dental floss to me. I don't know if that's the theme or that's what Saucony was going for, just because I do own some other Saucony Shadow 5000, some other models, and some of them do actually have this same material in the front. So again, I don't know if that's what they were going for, but that's what I think. The psychological effect of cavity pack dentistry and just the wording they use in the marketing, that's what I think this is making me think of. Going to the side of the shoe, guys, on both sides, you basically have like this nylon material underneath there, and right on top of that you have this leather material. Again, guys, it's on both sides of the shoe, and this, you have the 3 dots, which you'll find on most Saucony shoes. The little S stitching, S for Saucony, you know, this elongated material here. And if you look really closely, there's a bit of a texture on the actual shoe, and when you touch, it's kind of like a hexagon, like kind of like woven or like netted pattern almost. But yeah, it definitely has like a bit of a texture if you run your finger over it. Moving again, guys, to the back of the shoe, you have this netting right here, a little piece of netting right there. I'll get in close so you guys can see that. You know, that's blue, and that matches up pretty nicely again with this like netting right here in the back of the shoe. Going back to the front, minty laces. Underneath the tongue is this type of nylon material, same exact material as you have on the sidewall right here, I'm sorry. And top of the tongue, you have the Saucony Shadow 5000 tag, as you'll find on most Saucony, or all Saucony Shadow 5000 shoes, I'm sorry. The liner around the tongue is red. The inside of the tongue uses a red cloth material, and that same cushion cloth material is what you'll actually find around the sock liner of the shoe. If you have not ever, or if you've never owned a pair of Saucony shoes, they are ridiculously stupid comfortable. It's like one of my favorite models, and it's my favorite shoes in general to pick up. Always comfortable. A part of that, guys, again, is because of the cushioning. They use the ionic cushioning system, which I believe is just more than marketing. It actually works. It feels really good on my feet, and that I don't believe is a psychological effect. That's, the shoes are just really dope and really comfortable in that sense. So what else do we got? Midsole of the shoe, minty green hair. You'll find that on both sides. White midsole, or divided again between minty color, white right here. And then if we look at the back of the shoe really quick, which is my only other gripe, you have the Saucony text or Saucony stitched in there. I felt like that could be done like a little bit better, given that this is 100% authentic. It's not a replica shoe, so I don't know, some of the letters just seem a little bit shoddy to me. I mean, they could have done like a little better on that. Oh, and up here, like right underneath the sock liner, you also have that nylon material again as well, that green. Flipping the shoe over, guys, looking at the bottom, this uses the XT600 system. You can see that right there, Saucony right there. And of course you knew that this was a run already because of the silhouette of the shoe, but you can tell with the traction that this is definitely a running shoe, just albeit very cool, if you will. The shoe does come with a spare pair of blue laces, but my personal preference of what I'm gonna do is actually, because of the color blocking and where the hits of white are, I'm actually gonna swap out the minty green laces and actually put in white laces. I may actually wear them sometime with the blue laces, but for now my mind is just saying get white flat laces, like over and over again. So to appease my mind, I will be getting white flat laces. So guys, that's pretty much my review, my quick take on these. Again, only gripe is this material right here just feels like super cheap. I mean, one of the cheapest materials I've ever felt on a shoe. It is $80. Again, one more time, you get what you pay for. So, you know, and the little bit, the stitching on the back here, again, just seems like it could have been a lot better. Everything else with the shoe, guys, is completely tight. I'm very happy with it. Never dawned on me that you ever return these or have any thoughts along those lines. I wanted these really bad when I first saw them in hand. They're very impressive, just this material, and I wanted to just point that out to you guys. So if you have any questions or comments, put them down below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. I believe that these are probably actually already sold out, and they're not going to be restocked, at least at this point in time, in most boutiques that we all shop at. Again, you see I had to get mine from eBay. They're definitely sold out on Saucony.com and all other sites. And Europe actually got these last week at a bunch of different shops. One of the things I've noticed is that very few shops, if any, have gotten both the Black Raz and the Minty Fresh. Most seem to have only gotten one or the other. So I think it's going to have to be a decision between which one you want to pick up. With this, because of what I mentioned before. Again, I have like 2 New Balance shoes that have like a very Black Raz type of theme going on. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Minty Fresh, and I'm out. Peace.